Hello friends, welcome to Bios classes. I am Arvind Sahu, and uh, in this class we are going to study what life is, what living thing is. So, as you know, there are two types of things present in our surroundings. Those are living things and non-living things. And a common man can differentiate and recognize these living things and non-living things. And this differentiation is based on the presence and absence of life. So, life is the property or thing which separates a living thing from non-living things. So, what is that life? Is it visible? Can we see the life of one living thing? No. I cannot show my life to. I have pen. I can show you. It is blue in color. It is 4 inch in length. I can show you. But I cannot show my life. You cannot show your life too. So, no living thing can show its life. But there are certain characters possessed by a thing to be said as living. Okay? So, those characters are listed here, and we will study these characters one by one. Okay. So, first character is birth. So, as you know, every living thing is born to its parents or it takes birth. That means each living thing arises from pre-existing living thing, or life arises from pre-existing life. Okay. Then next character is individuality. A living thing is an individual by itself. That means it has a distinct own individuality, and it cannot be broken down into two or more independent parts. Okay. The next character is morphous. Each and every organism is morphous. That means it has a definite shape and size by which we can recognize or differentiate it from other living organisms. For example, we can recognize and differentiate a palm tree from a neem tree, an ant from an elephant, and so on. Okay. Then next character is cellular organization and or cellular structure. As you know, cell is the structural and functional unit of life. So, why it is called a structural unit? Because each and every organism is made up of one or more cells. Why it is called? Why cell is called functional unit? Because the function of whole body of an organism is due to the functions of all the cells in its body. And on the basis of the number of cells, an organism may be unicellular if it possesses one cell, and it may be multicellular if it possesses more than one cell. So, we can say multicellular plant as metaphyta. Okay, and we can say multicellular animals as metazoa. Then Next character is presence of protoplasm. What is protoplasm? This is a semi-transparent, viscous, semi-fluid substance present inside the cell, and this is the living substance of the cell. Okay, and due to presence of protoplasm, an organism can perform all the vital functions. So, protoplasm is also called the living substance or physical basis of life, as said by Huxley. Okay. Then next character is level of organization. In every organism, there is a hierarchy of different components, from smaller components to higher components. That means smaller components are arranged to form large component, and large components are arranged to form still large components. For example, several biomolecules are arranged to form cell organelle. Several cell organelles are arranged to form the cell. Several cells are arranged to form tissue, and several tissues are arranged to form organ and body organ. Several body organs are arranged to form organ system, and several organ systems are arranged to form the body of whole individual or whole organism. And because of this organization of different components, living things are also called organisms. Okay. Then next character is growth and differentiation. What is growth? Growth means increase in size. As we know, a large tree develops from a small seed, and that is due to growth. And this growth takes place by accumulation of protoplasmic substances internally in the body, and by growth and division of cells. And this growth takes place when the constructive process surpasses the destructive processes. Okay. Then differentiation. As I said, organisms grow in size, but if only growth takes place, then that will not be a character of an organism. With growth, or besides growth, there must be differentiation. What is differentiation? Differentiation means the formation of specialized cells, tissues, organs, or organ system. Okay, and both growth and differentiation are together known as development. Okay. Then next character is presence of genetic material. Okay. So each and every organism has genetic material or hereditary material in the form of DNA, which contains genes, and this genetic material is responsible for controlling an expression of the traits of the body, then transmission of characters from generation to generation, and continuation of the race. Okay. Then variations. Variations means differences, and these differences among individuals of a species or individuals due to the variation in the genetic material. So these variation in genetic materials are due to mutation, recombination, etc. Okay, and due to these variations, no two individuals of a species are exactly identical. Okay. Then next character is evolution. Evolution means formation of new species from pre-existing one, and it takes place by accumulation of variations. Okay. Then next character is self-regulation. There is a self-regulatory system in the body of the organism which control all the function of the body in a coordinated manner. Okay. Then next character is homeostasis. Homeostasis means the ability of an organism to maintain its internal favorable environment despite the outer unfavorable environment, and this is possible due to the presence of self-regulatory system in the body. Okay. Then next character is struggle for existence. A struggle means competition. Every organism compete with its counterpart or with its environment, and this competition is for shelter, food, for mating, etc. Okay, and the competition may be interspecific, intraspecific, or with the environment. It may also be intergeneric. Okay. Then next character is adaptations. So what are these? Adaptations are the variations which enable an organism to modify itself according to the need of environment and need of time. For example, birds can fly. It is due to presence of wings. Fishes can swim inside water. They can breathe inside water. They can breathe inside water due to presence of gills. So all these are the examples of adaptations. Then next character is metabolism. As you know, different biochemical reactions or different biochemical processes are going on in the body of an organism, and all these biochemical reactions and processes are together known as metabolism. And there are two types of metabolism. Those are catabolism and anabolism. Catabolism and anabolism. Okay, so catabolism means destructive process and anabolism means constructive process. In catabolism, large molecules or large structures are broken down into small structures or molecules. Similarly, in anabolic process, small molecules or structures are combined to produce large molecules or structures. Okay. Then next character of living thing is intake of water. As you know, water is very essential for the life of each and every organism. Without water, no organism can exist. And it is due to presence of water on earth, life is possible here. And life, water has several functions in the body of an organism. Those functions are water acts as a medium for various biochemical reactions. It also acts as a medium of transport or circulation. Besides these, there are different other functions also. Then next character is energy requirement. As we know, energy is the ability to do work. Every organism requires energy to do any type of work, either voluntary work or involuntary work. In both types of work, energy is required. And this energy is derived from food. Okay? Then next character is respiration. So respiration is the process by which food molecules are broken down to release energy in the form of ATP inside the cell. Okay, and as I said here, that energy is derived from food, and that derivation of energy is due to the process of respiration. Okay, and on the basis of requirement of oxygen, there are two types of respiration. Those are aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. In aerobic respiration, oxygen is needed. It cannot take place without oxygen. But there is no requirement of oxygen in case of anaerobic respiration. Okay. Then next character is movement. Every organism perform movement, and this movement is of two types: movement of parts of the body and movement of whole body, which is also called locomotion. And animals perform both types of movement, but plants perform the movement of their body parts only. And on the basis of the force of movement, there are two types of movements. Those are autonomic movement or spontaneous movement. Spontaneous movement and induced movement. Induced movement. It is also called paratonic. Okay. So spontaneous movement means the movement caused by the internal force, and paratonic movement or induced movement is due to external stimulus or stimuli. The next character is coordination. Coordination means cooperation of different body parts for functioning of all the body. Okay. Then excretion. As I said, different biochemical processes are going on inside the body of an organism, and due to these chemical reactions and biochemical processes, different byproducts are produced in the body, and those byproducts are very harmful if they are accumulated in the body. So those must be removed from the body. Okay, and in case of animals, there are specialized organs for removal of these byproducts. But in case of plants, these byproducts are stored in aging tissues. Okay. Then next character is consciousness. Consciousness means the ability to know the environment, to sense the environment. In higher animals, there are sense organs, or higher animals have sense organs to sense the environment, but lower animals and plants have no sense organs. Still they sense the environment, or they have consciousness power. Okay. Then next character is irritability. Irritability means the ability to respond to the external stimulus. For example, running away from a predator. And this irritability is, or responding to external stimulus is very quick in case of animal, because of the presence of the nervous system. But in case of plants, it is very slow. However, there are certain plants like mimosa which respond quickly to touch by bending or folding their leaves. Okay. Then next character is reproduction. As I said earlier, life arises from pre-existing life, or living things arises from pre-existing living things. So in reproduction, living organism produce the individuals of their own kind. Okay, and this reproduction is very important for sustenance of the race. Okay, and on the basis of the parents and the gametes involved, there are two types of reproduction. Those are asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Asexual and sexual. Okay, so what is asexual reproduction and what is sexual reproduction? First, sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction is the type of reproduction which involves the fusion of gametes, male and female gametes. Okay, so sexual reproduction is also biparental reproduction, and this type of reproduction also leads to recombination and variation. Okay, but in asexual reproduction, there is no involvement of the gametes, and this type of reproduction takes place by single parent only. So it is called uniparental reproduction, and there is no recombination of genes in this case. So the offsprings are new individuals are genetically similar to the parent. Okay. Then next character is healing. That means small wounds heal due to the defense mechanism or immune system of the body. Okay. Then regeneration. This is another character of living organisms. So regeneration means recovery of lost part of the body. If we cut our hair, it will grow again. It will if we cut our nails, it will grow again. But if we cut our hand, will it grow? No. Because the regeneration power is limited to our hairs and nail only. But if we cut a leech into several pieces, then from each piece a new leech will be formed. Okay. So regeneration power differ from organisms to organism. Okay, and this regeneration power regeneration may be a method of reproduction. Okay, by regeneration some organisms reproduce. Next character is aging. Means it is the last stage of life. Okay, it is a degradative process which leads to death. Or end of life. Okay. Then next character is lifespan. Every organism has a lifespan, and this lifespan means the duration of time from birth to death, and it differs from organism to organism. For example, the lifespan of human being is about 100 years. In case of people tree, it is about 2000 years. Okay, and in gymnosperms like a sequoia, it is more than 5000 years. Okay, then life cycle. As I said, there are different stages. The life cycle includes different stages of life, like birth, then growth, maturation, reproduction, aging, and death. These are the different stages of life, and all these stages constitute the life cycle. Okay, then next character is migration. Each and every organism migrate from one place to another place with the purpose to stay there for a longer time. For example, for breeding, for finding the feeding ground, for finding the proper environment, etc. Okay, so all these are the characters of living things or living organisms. Okay, so in next video we will study another topic. So thank you for today.